Now at 9, a Ball State squad had their magical season end, but won't soon forget how Delaware County has helped them.
And a local summer camp focuses on uniting children undergoing the same familial pain. See the joyful experience they are providing to the youth.
Next, a museum that specializes in education for children. See what they have to offer.
And a local organization is providing support for those in need, what it offers to survivors of domestic violence.
Spring has arrived here in Muncie, and pretty soon, so will some showers.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Wyatt Mayer.
And I'm Amelia Winter.
Over the weekend, Ball State women's basketball competed in just their second ever NCAA tournament. While no team is complete without their fans, that extends beyond more than arena for these cards.
NewsLink Indiana's Max Robson took to the trip to Waco to learn how these Cardinals are aided by the greater Muncie community.
It's not just us in this tournament, like it's the whole like Ball State nation, and so it's cool to kind of like sit back and see the perspective of what kind of we've brought to everyone else.
After a long season, from a MAC regular season championship, a postseason championship, and finally a trip to Waco for March Madness, Ball State women's basketball succeeded on all stages.
And although wins and stats may show up here on the scores table, the Cardinals know that they wouldn't have been able to do it without the team off the court.
And also just to thank the community too. We wouldn't be where we are without them. So, and the cheerleaders and Code Red and everything, they in the band, they've been with us through it all. So,
we've had the support and we have appreciated the support. We could never go where we are now without the Cardinal Nation. So it just felt great that they supported us through this all.
And while the community shows up for the Cardinals, Coach Sally knows it's also because of how much his players have given back.
You know, I would get a text from, somebody in the community with a picture of our kids sitting at Delta High School, watching a kid play. And I'm, holy cow, I had no idea, that they were thinking that way or doing it, but that's who I coach.
Growing in the Cardinal community takes a lot more than the teams on the court, but also the team behind the camera, behind the stats, and behind everything in the Cardinal community.
You talk about our marketing department, our ticketing department, our admin, top to bottom. We've got the best social media stud in the country, and I would argue with anybody over that. I've heard so many people talk about they feel like they know our team because of the work Caroline does for us. She is an absolute star.
Inside Foster Pavilion, Max Robson, NewsLink, Indiana.
Ball State will look for the support of the community next season as they aim to make the NCAA tournament again.
When someone is diagnosed with cancer, it's more than just the patient who is affected by it. There's one place that offers a community for their families and kids.
NewsLink Indiana's Abby Urban has a look at how Camp Kesem connects young people through life's unexpected growing pains.
According to the CDC and the American Cancer Society, over 5 million children are impacted by their parents' cancer diagnosis in the United States. These children can experience a loss of social interest, increased anxiety, and hopelessness. Camps and programs like Camp Kesem are going to change that, though, with community and a little magic.
Kesem technically means magic, and there's definitely, you don't realize it at first, but then all of a sudden you walk away and it's like, there's an effect that it has on you that's super just undescribable that I can only describe as magic.
Camp Kesem is a national nonprofit organization that helps children ages 6 through 18 who've been affected by a parent's cancer or cancer diagnosis. They offer free summer camps and other events during the school year to give kids a place to just be themselves with kids just like them.
No child has to be alone. No child has to be alone going through their parents' cancer. It gives them an outlet. It gives them a community.
Kesem encourages the magic of camp even more by embracing chosen nicknames. Nicknames are either created out of straight whimsy or a memory of a parent's cancer. Children who are involved in Kesem are accepted and embraced in their rawest form. And that's the real magic.
You grow up and things like cancer are like a bad word, and it's kind of it's like what people walk on eggshells around it, and it's just sort of, it's frustrating, and you grow up feeling really isolated, and then you finally have a community where you can feel comfortable like feeling emotions and talking about things that are difficult.
Through crafts and greenhouse scavenger hunts, the children were encouraged to have fun and be curious. Kids were able to interact with various animals and other wildlife throughout the day. Not only does this camp help build the community within the campers, volunteers and camp counselors feel it just as much.
My favorite thing about Camp Kesem is all the campers. I love to meet with them. I love to work with them. I love to see them grow and to make friends and to have huge smiles on their faces by the end of camp.
Although the grieving process can be hard, Kesem reminds and continues to remind campers and volunteers alike that they always have a friend through and beyond a parent's cancer. In Muncie, Abby Urban, NewsLink, Indiana.
To get involved or find a chapter near you, you can go to kesem.org.
The Muncie Children's Museum offers exciting educational opportunities for the children in the community. NewsLink Indiana's Essence Eaton went to the site of imagination to see what is offered.
Have you been to the Muncie Children's Museum lately? The museum has so many new things to offer, from access passes to special events for kids and families. One of the employees feels like the new events keep people coming back. There's a lot of community and opportunities for kids at the Muncie Children's Museum.
Regularly what we have when we're open is we have a lot of exhibits at which kids can just come in and play at their own pace. We're very targeted at young children, so there's a lot of things that they can just explore and look around and play.
Another employee has been going to the Muncie Children's Museum since he was a kid, where he also had his birthday parties. He feels the museum has continued to grow and be an outlet for kids by adding exhibits like the new water table and the train exhibit.
It's a good spot for children to have their birthday parties, and then just it's a very play-oriented place.
There is so much more to offer at the Muncie Children's Museum as it continues to grow and expand. The museum is welcome to everyone in the community, whether it's for their free books for their kids or a chance to get access to your day pass for your family. Some of their upcoming events are their Easter egg hunt on April 12th. And Muncie, Essence Eaton, NewsLink, Indiana.
Visit the Muncie Children's Museum website or Facebook for more information. And we're going to go to Ian with our weather.
Yeah, guys, look, I know you weren't always able to feel it today with those gusts up to 40 miles per hour, but it was actually a pretty pleasant and average spring day. Our high for the day here in Muncie, 52 degrees, 54 down in Indianapolis. You see those low to mid 50s throughout most of Indiana. Pretty typical for this time of year. Pretty nice, pretty good excuses to get outside. It won't always be that way, though. Tonight, it's going to be average as well. We're going to get down into those mid to upper 30s for our low. We're going to have storms and rain coming throughout the rest of the week.
A local organization called A Better Way is providing crucial support and resources for survivors of domestic violence. NewsLink Indiana's Lily Tavares has more.
Standing in the heart of Muncie is a lifeline for safety, hope, and healing. It's called A Better Way. With a mission dedicated to offering a safe haven for abuse survivors, A Better Way has become a lifeline for many. The organization's core services include their 24/7 safe shelter and their 24/7 crisis center.
So if at any point, no matter what time of the night, that someone finds a need for our services, they're able to come in and speak with an advocate. So that means people don't have to go to the hospital, they don't have to start out, at the police department.
A Better Way goes beyond by offering counseling services for emotional healing and legal advocacy, assisting people with the complex process of protective orders alongside other crucial services such as donation.
We literally take everything. So when you're thinking about people who have been displaced by violence, like domestic violence and sexual assault, or even human trafficking, when these people are getting out of those situations, they're fleeing to somewhere safe. So we're taking things all the way from personal care items to clothing to furniture because we're helping people restart their lives over.
Many success stories have emerged from the organization's efforts. A local Ball State student is a part of this narrative.
A young lady that we were working with actually hosted a Sexual Assault Awareness Month gala at Ball State University. She was a Ball State student who had experienced sexual assault, and it was amazing to get to see her become an advocate for that cause herself. I think when we stand together as a community to say that we will not stand for violence in any form against any of our neighbors, it sends a powerful message that We fight for change and we fight for individuals.
As the Muncie community continues to support this vital resource, the road to healing is open for anyone who needs it. In Muncie, NewsLink, Indiana, I'm Lily Taveras.
If you're interested in donating or volunteering, see their website or Facebook at A Better Way Services, Inc.
Coming up, a protest was held in San Diego regarding national park funding. Learn the details of the rally.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Hey there, Hoosiers. Are you ready to give your child a head start on their future? Indiana 529 savings plans are a simple way to save for their education. Plus, there are some great tax benefits. The best part? It's not just for college. Indiana 529 can be used for tech schools, trade programs, apprenticeships, and more. Start with just $10 a month at myindiana529.com to help them reach their dreams.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life.
This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Find your place in space.
This is my time.
Space for All.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Welcome back. Protesters rallied at San Diego's Cabrillo National Monument Saturday to show support for national parks amid federal cuts. The nationwide day of action was part of an effort to protect the future of the parks. Roughly 1,000 National Park Service employees were laid off in February, and PCA's Southern California Director Dennis Arguelles speaks on the current state of the park.
They're shorthanded, they're struggling to meet the needs of the park and the public. You know, it's possible they'll see bathrooms that haven't been cleaned. They'll see trails that aren't being maintained, fewer hours at the visitor center.
A judge ordered that the employees laid off be reinstated, but fewer than half have returned to their jobs.
Showers on the way. I'll time those out for you after the break.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 Americans are sick of the divisions in our country? But there's one small step we can take to remember that we're still connected. All over America, strangers with different political views are coming together to talk about their lives, not politics, and discovering they actually have a lot in common. Because even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still talk, heart to heart. So let's talk, for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back. You know, on my way to class this morning, I was definitely pleased to see that it has gotten just somewhat warmer as I was going to my class this morning.
Yeah, definitely. Although it's a little windy, the nice warm weather change is definitely good.
Yeah, well, those winds are going to go away. We're going to warm up too, but some showers on the way too. Not right now, though. If we're looking at our brand new Cooper Science Weather Cam, you can see nightfall has come to Ball State campus. Just got a nice shot over there, headed right at the Teachers College. Overall, today is going to be pretty warm, but tomorrow is where you're going to really work out. I'm going to time these showers out for you as we head throughout the day tomorrow. You can see those as looking at our current temperatures. 46 degrees will be our high for the day, 48 in Indianapolis. Now, heading out the next couple of days, looking in our general surrounding area, we are going to see those highs in the mid-40s throughout the rest of the day. Now, our current temperatures, those are not going to be reflected throughout the rest of the week. We're actually going to warm up, a big warm up I'll tell you guys about here in a couple of moments. Today, overall average, our high 52 degrees. 54 is our average high, so only 2 degrees below that. 77 degrees is our record high. Thankfully, far away from that. And we're not going to get all the way up there throughout the rest of the week, although we might get really close to those 70s. Let's look at our temperature change. We haven't really warmed up that much here in Muncie. The only warmest part of the state would be down in Indianapolis, where they've warmed up 5 degrees over the past 24 hours. Average night, too. Mostly clear skies, some pretty negligible winds overall. 34 degrees will be our low. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about those rain showers I told you about just a minute ago. It's going to be 40 degrees at 8 a.m., 46 at noon, 50 at 5 p.m. That's when our high is going to be, and that's going to see the majority of that rainfall. Maybe a couple scattered showers before then, but overall, most of that rain is going to be in your late afternoon. Looking at the rest of the week, though, again, a lot more chances for rain. 2 weeks ago, I came on here, we played a little game. Can Ian go camping this weekend? The answer was no. I'm going to lose this game again this week because we're going to see showers all throughout the late week and through the weekend. Let's look at this front right here coming through Muncie. Thursday at 11 p.m., that's around where you're going to see the start of those showers, but it's not where you're going to see the heaviest rainfall. That's going to come Friday morning. That's going to see, you can see this darker green right behind me here over Delaware County and the rest of our viewing area. That's going to see the majority of those showers for Friday. We're going to see more heavy rainfall Saturday into Sunday, that overnight period. Let's break that down. Our rainfall totals, get around 1/5 of an inch heading into Friday. That's basically just our totals for Tuesday. Heading into the next couple of days, we're going to get up to almost 1/2 inch in Indy. Still pretty negligible here in Muncie, almost 1/10. It's going to go way up as we head over the weekend, Saturday into Sunday. Sunday 8 p.m., 1/3 of an inch, up to 1/2 of an inch by Monday at 9 p.m. So majority of that rainfall, again, Saturday into Sunday, a little bit carrying over into Monday. Let's talk about Monday. 66 degrees, and we're going to cool all the way down to 49 degrees for our high on Monday. So those overall very warm temperatures we're going to see later this week are going to start to go away as we start early next week.
Yeah, you know, it was nice while it lasted. It is a shame that it is going to start getting cold. You know, with all this rain coming in, you'd think the saying is with March showers brings April flowers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd think so, but it's okay. We'll just have to bring our umbrellas for tomorrow, so.
Yeah, and the rest of the week.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Ian. There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Stephen Grada has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Amelia and Wyatt. A look back on Ball State women's basketball's March Madness performance and the players that made it possible. Plus, a new club makes its way to campus. All this next in sports.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Students who can read by the end of 3rd grade are 35% more likely to graduate. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education, here to tell you how reading 30 minutes per day can improve the trajectory of a child's life. Whether you're reading with your child or they are reading independently, this is one of the most important things you can do to help them succeed. So this school year, please encourage your child to continue reading. It's a small habit that makes a big difference.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow.
My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed. But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh, my lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures.
Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Stephen Grotto with sports. Over the weekend, Ball State women's basketball fell just short in the first round of the NCAA tournament. NewsLink Indiana's Max Robson traveled with the team to learn what makes these seniors so special.
Coach will tell you when you get a group like that, you just count your lucky stars. And, you know, I'm old enough and have been through this long enough that I really took time this year to appreciate them.
And although they might have lost to Ole Miss in the round of 64, Madeline Bischoff will always remember this year.
Definitely memorable for the rest of my life. But something I'm never going to forget, especially this team with all my teammates, coaches. It still doesn't feel real. It feels like I'm coming to practice in 2 days.
And after 4 years, Brady Salley might have been their head coach, but he ended up learning a lot more from them instead.
I think with these 4 in particular, these 4 years with this group in particular, I've learned how to kind of trust them and just get out of the way at times.
And just because the season ended on a loss, there's nothing but gratitude from Bischoff and Salit.
I'm so glad that I got to finish, my last year of basketball with my best friends, and we accomplished everything we wanted to, and I'm forever grateful for that.
So proud of them. So happy for them that they got to end it in the NCAA tournament.
The Cardinals will be back in action next year, looking to repeat their success. In Waco, Max Robson, NewsLink, Indiana.
Passing it over to the pitch, a new club makes its way to Ball State. NewsLink Indiana's Jackson White met with the squad for more.
Ball State University now has a men's rugby team. Even though the team has struggled with recruitment of late, they're set to play their first game in just a few weeks. But now the team is going to practice and get ready for the season.
But now since we're official, we can now officially start fully building the team, building a culture. The alumni, the men's alumni, they used to play teams like IU, Purdue, and they would actually win and play things like that, so we're trying to get back to that.
The club officially formed this year and played their first tournament this past Sunday. Cole Ruddick shares what it took to get here.
As someone who's been a part of trying to get this program up and running for the last 2 years, it's been hectic. There's been a lot of holes we had to jump through and a lot of stuff with alumni we had to figure out, but now that it's finally happening, I'm so excited.
They take on the University of Indianapolis on April 12th, and then they finish the season with the alumni match on April 26th. But the team has big goals, not just for this season, but for seasons after this year.
I want to build a culture here. That's why I joined the rugby team, have a team feel. If you're looking for a family, we're open to new guys. Come out and try rugby. It's not as scary as people think. So.
The Ball State men's rugby team faces a tough road ahead to hit their goals, but their confidence is clear. In Muncie, Jackson White, NewsLink, Indiana.
What a weekend for Ball State sports. Made an appearance in the NCAA tournament. It's such a crushing defeat, though.
Yeah, it's a shame that it ended short, but that just makes me even more excited for their season next year.
Yeah, me too. To watch them continue on their successful season that they had this, and then next, it'll be amazing. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, and a bunch with the seniors leaving, like notables like Allie Becky, really put the team on her back, along with all the other seniors, had some great performances. Just so sad to see them go.
Of course. Yeah. Well, thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Coming up, a club on campus is about to sing their hearts out. See how they're showcasing their language.
Yarr! All I wanted was my treasure, and I wound up with a lawsuit from my neighbors, and a belly full of regret.
Thanks, Salty Pete. What a powerful dig story. Okay, great class, everybody. Before we go, let's stand and say the safe digging pledge. Shovels don't know right from wrong, but I do. And I'll always contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before digging. It's the only way to dig.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My. Oh. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Evan Schatz, and this is your campus coverage. The Spanish Club at Ball State is about to cue the music for tomorrow night. Spanish speakers will have the chance to sing a tune tomorrow night in the North Quadrangle building. Students will have the opportunity to learn the Spanish language, becoming more open-minded and being able to problem solve with communication. All the while, students will get to sing the song of their choice from the heart. Spanish Club President Miguel Angel Ortega explains the event will be free form and will let anyone come up if they are willing.
We'll have, our mics up, we'll have something up on like a projector in a room, and it's just kind of going to be like whoever wants to step up and sing, we'll let them.
Along with songs, the event will provide students with special foreign candies and other treats. The night begins at 6:30 p.m. and runs until 7:30 in room NQ 142. Have your singing voice ready and prepared to advance your Spanish-speaking skills. The next Spanish Club event features a Venezuelan speaker presenting foods from his native country. Visit the Spanish Club anytime for more details. Hey, do you guys know any, words and songs in the Spanish language?
I can't tell you any songs, but I am a Spanish minor, so I might have to do some singing to help practice my skills.
Yeah, we'll definitely want to see you there. I know, like, Feliz Navidad, the Christmas song, but other than that, not really.
But very good.
Well, thank you, Evan.
Got it.
All right, now let's go take a look at our final weather with Ian.
Yeah, guys, I hope you are ready for a bit of weather whiplash. We're going to get in those low 50s up to those upper 50s on Thursday. That's where we're going to see another chance of rain. 20% chance of scattered showers in the evening. Majority of that rainfall Friday morning. 7% chance of rain in the morning. It'll stop by around midday. Saturday, we're getting up and still in those mid to high 60s, lasting through Sunday along with those showers. Monday, back down to those upper 40s.
Yeah, that certainly is interesting for the weather next week. Well, thank you, Ian. That's all for tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.